stewardship campaign ended a little more than a month ago on March 8th. Now, last month we were talking about holding the tension, and we talked a lot about this idea that two things can be true at the same time. And there are, in fact, two things that are true about this year's stewardship campaign. The first is that it was marked by generosity of all kinds. Throughout the campaign, we heard thoughtful reflections from board members and moving testimonials from congregants, and we shared meaningful time together over meals and gatherings. Your participation in presence, in spirit, and in generosity was present throughout. Many of you increased your pledges or pledged for the very first time, and together we raised $406,000. In many ways, the campaign was wildly successful, all because of you. Thank you. The second truth, however, is that $406,000 is far short of our goal of $450,000. In fact, it is less than the $411,000 that we raised in pledges last year. The reason for this is that over the past 2 years, and in this last year especially, we've had multiple large donors either pass away or relocate. So this year we began our stewardship campaign already knowing that we would be receiving $40,000 less in pledges than last year. That is a challenging deficit to make up. And so it is, holding these true truths, that we had a generous and thoughtful stewardship campaign, and that we are nonetheless far short of our goal, that the stewardship team made the decision to come back to you all with a Keep UU Nashua Whole Challenge campaign. Now, throughout our original campaign, we talked about how we need each year about a 5% increase in pledges to keep us whole, to stay where we have been, and 10% to grow. And the reality is that $406,000 in pledges is not enough for us to keep pace with inflation or to meet basic cost of living increases for our staff. In fact, if we made our budget today with that $406,000 in pledges, we would need to eliminate some staff time in order to balance the budget. Now, while our aspirational goal was $450,000, we've determined that $436,000 is the minimum we would need to keep UU Nashua whole, to accommodate inflation, to keep all of our staff, and to offer small cost of living increases. This leaves us approximately $30,000 short. But, as is so often the case with this congregation, you have already amazed me with your generosity, and we haven't even asked for anything yet. To help us close that $30,000 gap, an anonymous donor has offered to give $10,000 if the rest of the congregation can raise $20,000 in new or increased pledges by April 30th. So that gives us about 3 weeks. Now, we're not asking for huge increases. In fact, if every pledge unit that we already have increased by just $130 a year, that's just over $10 a month, we would make our goal. So we are inviting everyone to consider a small monthly increase, and we've created coupons and put them up on our chalice to make it really, really, really easy. For the next 3 Sundays, Keep UU Nashua Whole pledge coupons will be available in monthly commitment amounts of $5, $10, $15, $25, or $50 for the full pledge year. So that translates to $60 to $600 over the course of next church year. You are invited to take one or more of the coupons, sign them, and place them in our Keep UU Nashua Whole pledge box, which is a beautiful little heart-shaped box with some lovely flowers on it. Your annual pledge will then be updated to include this new commitment. So let's say you originally pledged $600 for next year and you take a $10 a month coupon. We would add that to your original pledge for a total of $720 for the year. Now, we recognize that not everyone is in a position to increase their giving, and we're grateful for all that you contribute in all the ways. If you are able to participate, even a small monthly increase multiplied across the congregation can help us meet this goal and unlock that challenge gift. For those of you online, don't worry, you can give too. There is an online form that you can fill out, which Erica will put in the chat box now, and we'll send out to everyone over the next couple days. Now, I've gotten the question recently, do you have to be a member to pledge? And the answer is absolutely not. No, you do not need to be a member to pledge. Anyone is welcome to make a pledge, and if you haven't made one yet, you can simply fill out a coupon or complete a full pledge form. We have those out in the hallway as well, and we'll enter it as a new pledge. We always welcome pledges from friends, from anyone really, and we're grateful for your contributions. Through many small acts of generosity, we can keep UU Nashua whole and sustain our shared ministry and continue to support one another and our wider community in the year ahead. So thank you in advance for your generosity.